Nice.
Hey everybody, this is Gabe at the Pepper Growing Channel, and I am at Ray's house. And first off, we're going to start in his upstairs grow room. So let's take a look at some plants. So let's start it off with this lemon plant, or lemon tree I should say, that Ray has grown in here. Let's start things off. First of all, I would say this plant looks so amazing that it almost looks fake. I can't even believe you could ever grow a plant and make it look this great. Second off, if you rub the leaf and smell it, you can definitely smell lemon scent coming right off of this thing. It's pretty neat because the trunk, as it comes up, it has all these tiny little leaves, and you can even look in here. This thing is covered in thorns, which is really surprising because I didn't know lemon trees especially have thorns on them. But yeah, very sharp plant. Be careful if you guys decide to grow one of these things. They are very sharp. So let's move on. Here's some of Ray's blackberries. As you can see, this one's definitely ripe. The one back over here is definitely ripe as well. I'm sure we'll be picking these off very soon. I tried these blackberries, and Ray doesn't necessarily like these blackberries. He thinks they taste a little bland or sour. I really like them. I usually like anything, so I'm not the best reviewer for you guys. But if there's something I don't like, then nobody will like it, that's for sure. But overall, he is a very, very healthy plant. And everything just looks very nice and healthy. Good color. You know, I've never really seen too many blackberry plants, but this guy definitely is definitely thriving in all this lighting that Ray has. Look what we got growing up this thing. It is a cocoa plant. That's right. Here's the top of it, and it's literally no more than 2 inches off of the lights that Ray uses to grow. As you can see here, this is one of the more newer leaves, and if you guys tune into Ray's channel, he'll tell you the newer leaves tend to be more frail, and I could easily like rip this if I wanted to. I should, because it's such an awesome plant, and I'm really jealous. But no, and then they turned out to be more thicker. They definitely get a little more green to them, and they kind of tend to do their own thing. Rather than hanging down like a piece of paper would, they kind of spike up just like this. And
kind of like Gabe's hair.
Yeah, like my hair when I style it. It gets very, very, very spiky, as if I just
Subscriber, he's going to rip the leaves off. This is how we get subscribers.
Subscribe to my channel, or I'll rip the leaves off.
Yeah, or the plant gets it.
So this right here is Ray's Butch tea plant. I'm not showing you guys the whole thing, just more so than just these leaves right here. One thing I can notice from this plant, it's very healthy, and it looks like its leaves are a little bit bigger than they should be, and that's because see, this here, as well as my plants, I obtained way too much nitrogen for my plants, and Ray got it a little bit as well too. You can see the leaves, they're kind of big, and this should be more of an oval shape rather than that big circle shape. And another thing you can notice with over nitrogen intake is they tend to curl on the outsides, and but for the most part, you can see the new leaves. They're looking a lot healthier. I can look up here and see that the leaves, they look really nice and healthy. Really nice stem to it down here. A difference that you can notice with outdoor pepper plants rather than indoor pepper plants, the indoor pepper plants, their trunk tends to stay nice and purplish green, and with the outdoor pepper plants, the stems and trunks actually look like wood over time, and they get a little bit thicker. But overall, this is a really nice and healthy plant. It doesn't have any pods yet on it, but it has tons of tiny flowers. So let's hope to get some Butch teas out of this pretty soon. So this is Ray's avocado right here. As you can see, nice long stem. Seems as if, I'm not sure if he trimmed this because I'm not too familiar with avocados, but you can see all these little divots right here and up here at the top. have some really healthy leaves. Like I've said before, or actually I probably haven't said it, but really there's nothing you can really criticize about Ray's gardening. All of his plants are really healthy, they really are. And you know, other than saying it's really healthy, there's really nothing more I can say about it. Yeah, and that's the little avocado capsule right there. Yeah, overall, amazing plant.
Uh-oh. Filming my gut. You filming me watering my plants? Oh, yeah, that's what you do. Film me watering
Ray
my
stands up here for you guys in 100-degree weather up here
This is
and
what I
waters
do.
every day.
This is how we roll into hood. This is how I water my plants. I know, it's really professional. Don't do this at home, kids, unless you have a safety harness. Don't do this without an adult. Don't do this without supervision. Hey, sniff my water. Yeah, that's good.
Rascal
Rascal helps me. He has to be everywhere I am. Yeah, this is how my garden grows so good. Basically, all I do is I lift up a pot. If it feels light, I water it. If it doesn't feel light, I don't water it. But everything's a different size. Everything has different conditions, so I never really know what I'm doing. I'm just lucky. That's my secret. I'm lucky.
Okay guys, so come take a look at this. And if you grow sugar pumpkins, make sure you're careful with the leaves, because if you look under here, they're actually pretty thorny. So me, by touching this, it actually is kind of poking me, especially with the stems. They're really thorny plants, so you just want to be aware. And right under here, we have a beautiful sugar pumpkin. And what Ray does is he puts coir under here. What the coir does, it keeps, you know, any insects out, and it keeps it from getting this little guy right here hurt. And so, yeah, you know, he does an amazing job on watering. I was just talking to him earlier, and we'll be having regular conversation. And he's like, "Oh gosh, I gotta water the plants." And so, you know, it's definitely one of the biggest things you guys all have to keep up with is watering. Make sure you're remembering. So now what you guys are looking at, this thing's so big I can't even put the whole plant on the screen. But this is all of his Bokia plant. And what I noticed is that he kept it low growing rather than nice big pepper plant. As I look in here, you see some small ones growing. Let's see where you guys are. You see where my finger is, and it's probably dark for you guys, but right here we have a Bokia right there, nice big pepper. If we look down here, this thing's just loaded with peppers. And one thing I've learned is, you know, if you hang out with a gardener that's way better than you, I'd say. But if you hang out with a gardener for a day, you can learn more in one day than you have by watching Ray's entire channel. He's an excellent gardener, and I gotta give it up to him. He's an amazing gardener, and I've learned all my stuff from him. So everybody, if you guys go to Ray's channel, you'll learn everything you need to know about gardening. Almost everything. So what you guys are looking at right now is the Praxxus cherry plant. And you know, before he had a 15-foot Praxxus cherry plant, he actually cut one of them off and planted the new growth into the ground. So now he actually has basically a clone of a Praxxus cherry, and he has so many different ripe cherry tomatoes on here. You know, you can pick these, eat them, whatever you got to do. But you know, he takes really good care of all of his plants. He uses his own homemade compost, and he was talking to me about how he makes the perfect ingredients for his compost. But yeah, guys, as you can see, this thing is just flustering with new growth. Definitely tons and tons of cherry tomatoes, and it's really cool to see all of his plants, because he just he gets such amazing yields off of his plants. And the reason he gets such amazing yields is because he has such a rich and just a really nice and rich compost, and it's really makes the plants happy and makes them want to yield more. Ray has two sunflower plants right here. These are two just very huge sunflowers, and I have no idea how he grows them so tall, but they definitely make me want to grow them, because I really like fast growth, and I think you guys all do too. Fast growth is every gardener's dream. I'm 5'8", and this thing has to be at least 10 feet tall. It's taller than my roof at my house where I live in Ashland. But you know, just gorgeous plants. Every single one of his plants is really nice and healthy, and I'm really glad to see that Ray keeps way better care of his plants than I do. And don't mind me, I'm sweating like crazy. Where he is, it's about 10 degrees warmer than where I live, because I live way up north. I can see Lake Superior from my house, and Ray lives down in southern Minnesota, so heat is a lot more for him in his area. Gosh, that's a huge sunflower. So guys, what you're looking at are Ray's strawberries. He originally got these from roots, and he's been growing them ever since then. If you look at his videos, you can actually see that he started these from roots. But gosh, amazing growth on these. Everything looks very healthy. I don't really see much yellow or anything like that. Everything's just nice and green. And if you actually look under here, there's just tons and tons of different weavings through the vines and different stems. And what they like to do is they like to branch out, and when they branch out, they keep branching out and keep branching out until they just create this mesh of wonder and just strawberry goodness. So we got all these different, you know, got all this traffic in here with different stems and tons and tons of leaves. I guarantee this thing is going to be even more packed for next season. So over here we got Luke's cantaloupe that he sent to Ray, and it's pretty crazy because over here we have a cantaloupe actually growing, and it's all the same plants. We have 3 cantaloupes for this entire bed. So there's one cantaloupe right here, and it has a really nice texture to it, but it's a lot different than the other plants, and I'll bring you in closer to explain why. So here's the one cantaloupe that Ray has growing, and if you come right over here, you see another one's growing right here, but it's weird because it has a completely different texture. I'll get it focused in. Yeah, it almost looks like, you know, either a watermelon or like a giant green kiwi. It's really pretty odd, but I don't know. I have no idea why it's like that.
$100. Boom!
Check out Ray's MI Gardener contest entry for the biggest tomato. It's well over a pound. It has a little cat facing right there. It's a gorgeous tomato.
This is it compared to Rascal's head. Holy cow. Yep. A tomato bigger than your head.
This is the final plant I'll be showing you guys today. This is Ray's Bokia plant. Literally the most gorgeous peppers I've ever seen. He showed me this as soon as I got to his house today, and it's just such a gorgeous plant. As you can see, the peppers, they start out green, and then they turn into this reddish color right here. And usually I would probably pick them at the red stage, but you can actually go even further and they'll turn into more of an orangish color. How huge this thing is. It's got pods everywhere. It's as big as me. Yeah, this is just one plant right here. Can you imagine that, having a pepper plant this big?
Wow. That does look good when you hold it up like that.
Absolutely gorgeous. This is like every pepper gardener's dream. Basically only my dream. But well guys, I really enjoyed my time with Ray. I'll be seeing him again soon because him and we had a ton of fun. So thanks again for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I had a blast here with him, and it's really cool that you can actually get to know people off of YouTube, because I've never done this before, so it was really neat. I had a good time with him today. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.